Good afternoon from Tahali. It's JP here for Radio International and ESCflashmalta.com. Now we have next to us last year's runners-up of the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2011, and he's competing again this year. It is Richard Edwards.
Hello.
How are you, Richard?
I'm all right. A bit cold today, although it's sunny here, but we call it the deceiving sun because it's still very cold.
Last year, let's start off with the last year. You became the runner-up with a fantastic finale.
Yeah.
What happened to the song? How did you continue with having it alive?
Yeah, it got a lot of radio play here. It's still to this day, it's still being played on the radios here. So, as from last year, it's been a very busy year for me because of that song. You know, it got received by the Maltese public very, very well, and I've got some feedback from abroad as well. You know, so. It's been a very good year because of that song, you know. It's been very, very good. Yeah.
Let's come up to this year's song. It's called "Look at Me Now," and you wrote it together with.
It's the same combination. It's the same team. It's me and Jan van Dijk again, because I keep calling him Jan van Dijk. But his name is actually Jan van Dijk.
Yeah.
So he keeps telling me on the phone it's not that. Because last year's interview, I called him Jan van Dijk, and he said, "Don't do that again." So sorry, it's Jan van Dijk.
so how came the idea up with writing a song for this year's entry?
Sorry?
How did the idea come up amongst you two to write a song for this year's contest?
It's been since last year. With the success that we achieved last year, we said we definitely want to try again this year and to keep in the same sort of the same team, the same vibe. Even we didn't want to go too much off the style of last year as well. Although this year the song is different, we still kept the same intention as finally, if that makes any sense. You know, we wanted to keep it. Still like with that rock country pop sound as we did with Finally, but obviously this one's different. It's got a bit more power, this one, you know, to Finally. Finally it's a bit more gentle, you know, it's a gentle ballad. This one has more power in it.
Personally for you, which of the two songs do you prefer?
I prefer singing this song, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. I prefer singing this song only because it's with Finally. It was done very quickly, you know. He sent me the song over, I worked on it. We worked on it a little bit more and then said it was done, you know. And then maybe when we got through to the finals, we just did a little bit of remastering and that's it. But with this one, we've been working on it for such a long time, you know, and we've been changing here, changing there, you know. It's been more of teamwork, this one, you know. So it's been a better journey, and obviously I've wrote the song with Jan, obviously to adapt to my voice as well, you know, and because we've taken so long to write it and everything, that we're more attached to this song than we. Plus, I think my personal opinion, obviously, others might disagree with me, but I think that this song is a bit more current than Finally. Finally, maybe if I had to say something that I didn't have was maybe it wasn't current enough at the time, you know. And this one we think it is, you know. We feel that it's a song that not only in the Eurovision could go well, but it could also go well on radio stations. It's current enough to do that, you know. It has a current sound. We're very happy with the production sound as well.
Excellent. You have been pretty busy over the last year. Can you tell us what you actually did on the music scene?
Well, locally we've done. It's been really good here. I mean, I've done a TV program. I've done lots of radio play. I can't complain. Work has been really good as well, and it's all merit to how well we did last year with that song.
You did something, a Battle of the Brothers.
Yeah.
What is behind that?
That was something that me and Wayne came up with. Basically, because after the sort of success that we had last year, we thought, well, why don't we do something good with our names here, you know? Maybe we can do something good. And we went down to the Rainbow Ward in Mater Dei, in the hospital, and we saw the children there with cancer and that, and we thought it's a good foundation to raise money for. So basically we started this with mini concert, we call it, you know, and all the funds that we generate we give to the charity, you know. So it's something good that we've thought of. We've done two so far, and so far so good, you know. It's getting better each time.
But this is very nice that you do that you use your music and your talent.
Yeah, exactly. Use our names, use our music in a good way, you know, something a way of giving back, you know, something for us to say thank you as well, you know.
When international fans come to Malta, where can they see you perform?
All over the place. It's changing all the time, but it's whatever there's an event, or even sometimes even something a bit more low key, like in pubs and bars and stuff, all over the place here locally.
Do you have like a website that lists the dates and the places?
To be honest, I'm working on that now. You know, we're sort of getting the final touches. Jan is working on that for me, and we're gonna get all the information up to date as soon as possible.
No matter of the outcome for this competition here, the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2012, what are the plans for the next year? For this year and next year? Music plans?
The music plans are basically we're working together. We're going to see what happens out of this contest, obviously, but hopefully if we get a positive outcome from here, it will work towards the other plans. So it's all at the moment in the air, you know what I mean? It's depending on what happens here, we've got a certain plans, and if we don't go well here, then we've got another certain plan, you know. So we've got stuff in the pipeline, and we're looking forward to them both.
Yeah, opening the drawer, and now we're going to go.
Yeah. This is going to sort of either kickstart something, or we'll go in a different. It's the fork in the road, if that makes any sense.
Well, knowing that, how important is the Eurovision winning for you?
Well,
the victory. Basically.
I've always said this. There's a lot of talk here in Malta, like that you go in for the Eurovision, that you're sort of. There's a bit of bad talk about Eurovision here sometimes, not mainly people here, they talk positively about it, but sometimes you can get a bit, you know, these stereotype people that Eurovision is, but my personal opinion on the Eurovision is, for Malta, it's the biggest thing we have here. It's the no other TV show comes even close, no other festival comes even close to it, and if you do win it here, let's face it, you go to Eurovision then, and that's another fantastic platform, you know. The whole of Europe is watching. Even the people who don't like Eurovision will watch the Eurovision because they want to see where they can slag, you know what I mean?
Indeed, that's
but it's without a doubt one of the biggest events that we have in the world today, you know. So why would I not want to be a part of that? That will be stupid of me, you know.
Take the chance. Take the chance.
Of course, take the chance and take it with both hands.
Fantastic. Which artists are your music idols? What are you looking at?
There's so many great idols. There's always. It's probably what these all would say. It's like Stevie Wonder, Paul McCartney. I like Pink Floyd sometimes. You know, listen to them if I'm feeling a bit mellowed out. You know. No, there's so many artists that have given so much towards the music scene. You know, there's a lot. There's my dad, of course. He's one of my biggest influences, because if it wasn't from him, I wouldn't be a musician. I wouldn't be a singer, because he's the one that pushed me, Wayne, and my sister, and even my younger brother Daniel, which you're going to see on stage this year with me as well. You know, he's influenced us all into the music scene. If it wasn't for him, so.
Are there any plans to bring the mix back to the national final?
I'd like to see how Wayne answers that question. I want to see it, but I think because we're doing so well separately, you know, because the mix, we're still the mix, we're still a family, you know, so it's never separated. Yeah. We still do work together. It's just that we don't go into competitions, you know, like this together, because we're doing well on our own, you know. But as you can see, on Friday night anyway, and then hopefully if we get through on Saturday, then you're gonna see my sister, me, and my younger brother as well. You know, the only reason why Wayne won't come is because he can't, because the rules don't say that he can come with me on stage. Because, but I'm sure that if I asked him to come and the rules permitted it, he would come as well. So it would still be the mix, although it's Richard Edwards.
Yeah,
we're still the mix. You know what I mean? So even with Wayne, it's the same thing. You know, so. It's no, we're still there as a family, you know. So
yeah, you have a big contingent of your family here on the show this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's look back at the Eurovision for Malta itself, the Maltese entries. Do you have any favorite Maltese entries from the past?
What do you mean, from this year or from
the history of the Eurovision?
You know which one I really like? This Mary Spiteri. She came third with that one, Little Child. She was, I think, one of the first one that put Malta on the map, and I think she's one of the ones I admire. I think Mary Spiteri is definitely one. Chiara, obviously, she does well. Ira Losco, she's done well as well. Then there's also that song. More Than Love. That one also rings. There's a few.
Excellent.
But the one I think that appeals to me the most is I think Mary's with Aries.
One question: when you win the Eurovision Song Contest here in Malta and you go to Baku,
Yeah.
the journalists will always ask that question, so I'm going to do that as well now. What's your favorite Eurovision song?
My favorite Eurovision song?
Non-Maltese.
Not Maltese. The Irish dude. He had that.
Johnny Logan.
He had that song. I really like that one.
Hold Me Now?
Hold Me Now. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I really like that one. There's a few. I like. I like funnily. I like Waterloo from ABBA, and I admire Waterloo because they're one of the Eurovision artists that sort of hit it really big, you know, from the Eurovision. Yeah. Again, there's a few artists there that are.
Richard, all the best of luck for Look at Me Now.
Thank you.
On Friday to hit the semi-final, go
you.
to the final, and then this time you take the number one.
Okay,
all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I'm gonna head inside now because it's
Sweet.
started.